Welcome to my class or discussion or advisory, as you may like to call it, once again. Today, I shall be talking to you about the tips to improve your own soul's selling ability. That I can just provide you guidelines, but the actual work, actual upgrade, you have to do by your own thinking. Before we get into the tips, I'll again remind you the jobs which you are supposed to do as a salesman. First, you are expected to analyze the need of the customer. You have to present the customer the benefits of the product which are on offer and correlate to his needs. You have to gain commitment from the customer that he is willing to consider to buy the product, at least initial intention. Final intention depends upon so many other factors: delivery time, price, training. There are a lot of factors come, but at least he should be able to give you a initial commitment to buy. Then you have to tell him about the services which you provide with the sale of the product. For a simple soap, there may not be any much service, but it could just be a return. It could be a discount at a later date, or there can be some service which you can give. You also, but in case of corporate selling, it becomes all the more important that you convince the customer about the fulfillment part of the deal. How you will can get the contract fulfilled. Now we will come back to the dealing with the tips to improve your own selling ability. First thing is, let's just discuss what is the personality which a customer would want from the salesperson. Would he want an arrogant man? Would he want an unapproachable person? Or would he expect a polite, approachable person with a pleasant smile? So now you have to ensure that you provide all that politeness, approachable, friendliness to the customer. You should be aware of the commercial terms which are required in sale of a product. By retail sale, the terms may be less, but otherwise terms like uh, uh, discounts, training costs, etc., you should be able to have a fair idea about them. Okay. You should know about the product features, product limitations. If in case you have the product to be installed, how long will it take? What are the taxes required? What are the state's rules regarding the product, etc.? You must be able to tell him, because all that becomes very important for the final decision to be made. Then you are expected to have a reasonable amount of etiquette while talking to a customer. Etiquette would means your own appearance, your own voice diction, and your own attention to the customer's need. Apart from that, you will also require a efficient working image. The customer has to place confidence in you to feel that what he is buying is the correct thing he is buying, and a professional image from you would ensure his confidence in your organization and your products. That is the working image part which you have to think of it. Then next you have to think of the communication skills. In communication skills, you must be very clear about the listening. You must listen to him properly. You must be able to provide him feedback, and you must ensure that there is no non-verbal communication from your side, like gesticulating, moving your hand, moving your head, so that he doesn't get distracted and he pays attention to what you are saying. Then you have to be motivated. You have to be motivated about the product. You have to be earnest about the product, earnest in sales, that your product is good and your product would be required. Also, you must have confidence as to why he should buy your product. And also, then we will talk about the sales techniques. There are various sales techniques, but we will talk about it at a later date. Now, when you are dealing with customer, you have to listen to the customers. No argument, please. No losing temper. Empathize with customer. Appreciate his needs. Show interest in him. Well, whatever he is asking, should be able to provide him a reasonable answer. Do not lie. In case there is anything, you can seek clarifications and then provide the answer to him. Offer him free product demonstration as and when required. Present him with testimonials if available. Give also, when you are dealing with a customer, you should be able to give him a comparative of the products offered by our competitors and why your product is better. Then you could have to give customers some options. Buy one, buy two, buy three, get discounts. These are the kinds of things you have to know about the dealing with the customers. You have to reassure customers that your services will meet their expectations, and please ensure that he is convinced that his feedback channels will matter. So these are the general topics, general tips which I am telling you about the tips for increasing your own acceptability to customers. Now, when we are talking of communications, there are few other aspects which you must need to keep in mind. The value proposition. What is the value proposition you are offering? How will you negotiate with the customer? You need to communicate with the customer. You need to close the sale with the customer. All this you have to know reasonably well to deal with the customer. Then again, on repetitive, your own product knowledge, the manufacturer, reliability of the manufacturer, and various other products or alternate products. So these are some of the tips which you need to know to sell a product well. But also now try to increase his confidence. Your own product knowledge must be good. You must know the pricing structure. You must know the alternatives you can offer to the customer. You must be able to tell the customer the schemes. You must be able to tell the customer payment plans. You must be able to tell the customer the warranties or the guarantees. All this information goes to increase his confidence in you, and you can sell better that. Then we have already talked about so many other points. So you have to keep all those points in mind. Now, some points which I may like to say for corporate sales. For corporate sales, you may be asked to make a presentation. Presentation can be in front of a board. Presentation can be in teleconferencing. And these days, the electronic means can provide you a powerful mean to create impact on the customer. And you also should be able to provide all the details. Remember, well created and well rehearsed presentations takes you closer to the bagging the deal and to the winning edge. Do remember what I have told you. This may come in times to come for your selling ability and your growth in the career. Thank you.